Get up in here. What up, y'all? What up?
What's really good, y'all? How y'all doing tonight?
Yeah, yeah. Let's get a little turn up real quick.
Hey, why don't you stay for a nightcap? No, really, stay for a nightcap. Stay for a nightcap!
Out real quick for everybody. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. How you feeling, bro?
Feeling all right. Feeling all right. Really no complaints. We alive in 2020. That's a blessing in itself. Sitting the way this year is. So,
Yeah, yeah.
no.
So we good with it. We gonna jump right into politics, man. I was intrigued this week by the 60-minute interviews that Trump and that Biden both had, and Kamala Harris and Pence was all kind of
Yeah.
all intervene with.
What intrigued you about it?
Um, they was able to actually answer the questions that they were asked before in the debates without being interrupted. So you were able to get like the full answers. But a lot of them
There was a lot
still
of misdirection. So when you say that, I kind of,
right.
I don't know which.
It was still misdirection. Like Biden, man, he said that like if he add extra 15% on the taxes for the upper class, for those that is getting taxed,
Yeah.
that he'll be able to provide like free schooling, and that basically
Damn
will
well he
help
ain't
us.
provide no damn free school.
That'll help us out. But I'm like, if we don't want that, bro. We don't want y'all to just make everything for everybody and just try to like include us into the shit. We want something specifically for us. Like, give us what we do, man. Like Martin Luther King said, give us our check, bro. We coming for it.
We need that bag. Don't get me started.
All right, what y'all sipping on out there, man? Let us know. We actually looking out to the comment section to see what y'all talking about out there.
Yeah, we got some yak up here, as usual. So
Right, regular nigga shit, yak. You always on some yak. But I was intrigued though a little bit deeper with Trump, man. Like it's the entertainment fact of it. I was watching Saturday Night Live this weekend, and well, not this weekend, earlier this week, and they were showing the skit, and it was showing that what we gonna do if Trump don't win? Like what we gonna talk about? Like we've been talking about Trump for the last 3 years. Like
can't talk about Joe Biden.
But what can we talk about Joe Biden with? Like what the fuck? What we gonna talk about?
I can't even tell you. I mean, we need to talk about this damn stimulus. That's what the fuck they need to talk about.
So yeah, going into the stimulus, sliding off.
Not gonna talk about that.
Yeah, sliding off Trump and them. I think like that's kind of what happened, bro. We got the short end of the stick because like Pelosi and bitch old Mitch, they both was like trying to hold out from the stimulus to make sure neither side got credit for it. Like they still promising it after, like both of us, and we gonna do something for your stimulus afterwards. Fuck that, bro.
They're not even talking about it. That's the crazy part.
Right, that's some weak shit. I don't know, man. I'm trying to get to it.
How you gonna wait till February? Like, are you serious?
Real
that's
talk.
Not making me motivated to go vote. I'm not gonna lie to you. They told me all this get out the vote bull crap shit. Look, that makes you cuss. Right. But that's not making me. That's not giving me the, like I said, the what the Congress is doing. It's not giving me the motivation to go out and like, man, because it's really like they saying fuck us, so fuck them.
Right.
Fuck everything. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the old people that they say, well, you can't say anything if you didn't vote, blah, 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 blah. Right. Well, shit, motherfuckers, they have been voting. But even more so than that, motherfuckers been paying taxes. Right. Like, people should not be going through shit like this.
But man, I think that's the biggest thing. Like, people don't want to go broke right now. And I think there's a lot of stuff going down, man. Like, it's been looting right now in Philly because somebody got killed. Young man got killed. But you know, it's we're gonna dive into that a little bit deeper, but it's just even harder, bro, to see like people suffering and they ain't about nothing. They more playing politics as usual. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They just playing the game, man, and just how they go with shit. It's just like how we gonna get by when this is our leaders. You know what I'm saying? These are our leaders. So how are we gonna do better?
And it's even like, when you elect leaders, they turn into them. Right. Or not. Like, it's just funny. I only say that to say that to say this. It's very funny how all these progressive candidates been getting into the House of Representatives, into the Senate and whatnot, and they so, I want to say far left, but they're so progressive and like the AOCs and the squad and all them. But knowing people need help, knowing people need help. Where's all these progressive voices now? Not saying anything, letting Nancy Pelosi sit here and play politics with people's lives, basically.
Right.
I don't think that's right.
Right.
Why is Rohan? You know what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
Why is he the only guy sitting there saying something?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the squad? Where's all these people at?
I think
the Democratic superstars.
I think they playing right now the politics, man. They playing for the election, bro. They waiting to try to play it out, and it's like
that's that bullshit. Right. You know what I'm saying? This is where when you got the courage to stand when nobody else is standing with you,
right?
Because you on the side of the right,
right?
We need those kind of motherfuckers in Washington.
Man, they ain't trying to play
right, motherfuckers sit on TV and say whatever, but when they get there, they fall in line.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? But they want you to go vote. So they can go in and go to Washington and fall in line. It's bullshit, bro. Like it's more with the local shit, the state. I mean, shit that can affect you right away.
Yeah.
Because this Washington shit, as you can see, all the taxes you pay, everything that you put into this damn system, they don't want to do. They don't want to come through for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem.
It definitely is, man. It's a huge problem, man. And it's like you got to vote with your interests, but you also got to be smart. And just like play your life out in certain ways, like be engaged in certain things. And so like you'll know how to maneuver when certain people get in office. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it might be time for you to leave. It might be time for you to stay. But like you have to be engaged to understand how those things affect your money. It's definitely when it comes like to healthcare, especially if you want to own a business and you want to have employees. Like you have to know these things. You know what I'm saying? Because it can affect you.
Yeah. I completely agree. Completely agree. Especially when you're talking about the healthcare thing, because this transformation for preservation thing this needs to be transformed.
Right.
Like not like transformed and hey mama. But I'm waiting to scream.
Right.
This needs to be transformed.
Oh boy. Yeah, dude, man.
It needs to be transformed and redone.
Right. So right now, how it's looking, man, it was amazing to see the voters turnout that they had, bro. Like it's been a big turnout. But at the same time, people ain't so confident in their pick. You know what I mean?
People not so confident in their pick.
Neither side though.
True.
Yeah.
But I swear to God, people be more confident or more motivated to go do what they had to do if he was putting money in people's pockets.
Yeah, that is true, man.
I hate to keep bringing it back to that, but where's the bag?
That is true, man. If he was out there throwing the bag and the stimulus checks was right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see Trump's face on the damn.
But
I don't give a damn.
They let him score points by throwing out the unemployment money and they ain't throw out shit.
They ain't throw out nothing.
Right. So like
you ain't heard Joe saying nothing. Man. And then the crazy part is everybody I had a person come to me and he was like, man, why is you always so hard on Joe? Why you ain't never y'all be hard on Trump like that? Woo. Yeah. Because now here's the question. I just thought I should just address it. It was kind of funny hearing it. And my answer is Joe wants our vote.
Right.
So I mean, basically Trump don't he wants the vote too, but he ain't really needing the vote. You know what I'm saying? Right. Remember, we ain't black and we don't vote for Joe.
Right.
Joe wants our vote, so since you want my vote,
that's who you
want to get scrutinized a little harder than the person that's not asking for shit.
That's who you messing with. So it's like, I look at it like this, man.
It ain't no Joe Biden hate. It's just that you need to know all sides.
Right. Growing up, I put it to you like this. Growing up, bro, one thing that you had to deal with in the black household was your mama, right? And your mama was in your ass. Yeah. Your mama talked shit about you. She smacked you. She was at you hardcore. But number one, she was your fan and she supported you. It's the same thing with that. Like, don't mean because we at you and we hardcore and we talking about you that we ain't gonna be there to back you up. We gonna be the one saying these same things to your opponents and the other people too. Like, yeah, we know that, but it's still better than what the hell y'all talking about.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
The thing is, we there to back up our interests. Let's keep it at that.
Exactly.
We there to back up our interests. When Q presented that contract for Black America to Biden, we don't want to hear wait till after the election. Right. What if you don't fucking get elected?
I think we need to dive deeper, a little bit deeper than that, because I think if you stay on the surface on that, you don't. When you stay on the surface on that, you don't really get all of the meat and potatoes how you should get. True. Like Kamala and them and Cube and them have had discussions, but it really didn't get to the point where they was able to bring it out in the media. That whole shit was a sham, bro. How the Republican side, how the Trump side brought that shit out and made it seem like dude was rocking with them like that. So we passed all that. I get what you're saying about it. Like
they allow them to write the narrative.
But they just do some shit out with Lil Wayne and some shit like that today. It's like, who cares about that? You know what I'm saying?
No one cares. But my thing is, My point was not trying to hear to after the election. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just you want the vote, but we got to do something for you first.
But they already got stuff in place though. They do. They do. They got they got what is it? The lift every lift every voice.
Pandering ass shit.
Right. But that's all that's both sides got that. So it's like if my competition ain't throwing out more, why would I have to reach and go and be up and beyond? Like I don't think neither side really gonna determine the election off the black vote. Like neither side would. Like let's just be real. Like I think it can help. Like I ain't gonna knock that. It can help. But it ain't gonna be the ultimate determining factor. The swing states will be the ultimate determining factor. How many blacks you got in Arizona and Wisconsin and Ohio? Those is the motherfucking places. Yeah. What's it gonna matter? Like Illinois going down with motherfucking Democrats. California, I'm pretty sure it's gonna go down with the Democrats because Kamala from out there and they gonna try to represent. It's a lot more poor people out there. And that's another thing I seen this week.
Poor people that's not being helped.
Hold on. But that's the thing. That's another thing.
I digress.
Hold on. That's the thing I seen this week with Claude Anderson, man. Claude Anderson was talking. Charlamagne been pumping Claude Anderson. And if you've been studying on your own, if you've been looking up black people trying to grow in economics, you came across Claude Anderson. But like he said, man, don't nobody talk to the poor people. When the last time you seen a politician talk to poor people?
At church. At church when they're trying to get their votes.
Right, but that's it.
Yeah. Like was Corey Brooks. He thought he was gonna get a cabinet position. Man. You know what I'm saying? They were talking to him then.
Right.
We digress though.
But you even see that locally with our politicians and our pastors and stuff here. We've seen it. Like ain't gonna call out no pastors, but you know what I'm saying? Keep it real. But it's crazy though that like people fall for that and then they be lost and be like, "Why? How it happened?" You can see why it happened. It's the same. It's all current.
We run the same playbook all the time.
Right.
We get into the churches. We come around every 4 years, every 2 years. We get into the churches. We
if corporations,
get the spiritual leaders to talk to their people.
If the corporations can have lobbyists, right? Why can't the poor people have lobbyists?
Because the poor people ain't lobbying, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. Like y'all want the vote. That's
poor
more.
People ain't lobbying,
but I'm saying that's the vote that you really matter because there's more poor people than anything else.
I understand that. Just like we do marches on Washington, just like we do a march for Black Lives Matter, just like we do a march for everything else.
Right.
It is what's common in between all that? Poor people.
Poor people. And it's still the same from back to
It's always been like, so how about that demographic? You know what I'm saying? Like call it that demographic come together, beating down Nancy Pelosi, beating down Schumer, beating down McConnell, beating down the goddamn door, and Congress. I'm like, y'all ain't going on vacation till we get our bag.
Right. But
what if that happened?
Bro, they go kick it with their families like it ain't nothing. Like they just
chill back. What if
like
that happened, bro? It's because it's way. I mean, the demographic of poor people is bigger than any other demographic. Period.
I think the biggest thing that can change all this
shit,
need
to unite.
Bro, I think the biggest
campaign, not just one person, everybody.
I think the biggest thing.
Go get y'all stimulus.
I think the biggest thing that can change all that, bro, is having a third party because then I can fuck their whole shit up. They all fucked up at that point because they never know what's
motherfuckers need change now. People need things now, today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the only way that's gonna happen is if you go get it today.
So let's jump over to the stimulus update. We ain't got no damn stimulus check. That's the damn update. Like the shit ain't happened yet. You know what I'm saying? Basically, on the Republican side, Mitch McConnell on some bitch shit. He ain't trying to spend money as usual, per like they whole thing. Like he got one of the poorest motherfuckers right now, states right now going through some shit.
And he's only get reelected.
Right. And he the head motherfucker of all this shit. That's fucked up. That just show you the state of the shit.
He's going to get reelected.
Man, it's depressing, bro. When you sit back.
Go against
they don't even
like I don't understand.
Hold on, they don't even pass the shit that they agree on. What the fuck? You can't pass the shit.
You can't pass stuff you agree on because they don't want to get other people.
Man,
it's probably gonna be February, and by that time they have a vaccine out, hopefully, and then they won't pass anything. So
right, man.
That's really the play. That's the crazy part. That's really the play. And
I think it's always the play.
It's fucking sad because you paying your damn taxes. I'm like, if everybody just stop doing shit.
Right.
Because remember, we, the people, are the cog in this machine that they call a society, right?
True.
If motherfuckers just stop doing shit, stop going to work, stop doing shit, stop bad, just stop doing shit.
How you gonna do that?
I'm just saying, bro. Look.
How you gonna do that?
You can do that shit, bro.
No, but like you need what you need, so how you gonna do that?
You need, but we need a lot of shit that we don't need.
But I'm saying
a lot of shit that we don't have to do, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But look, if you
I'm let you
this shit sound outlandish.
Okay.
If you don't go to fucking work, bro.
Do sound outlandish. Okay.
If you don't go to fucking work, bro. I don't go to work. Nobody goes to work and does anything, bro.
Okay.
Everything gets shut down.
Okay.
Until your demands are being. People, some suffering's gonna happen.
But how you unify people to do something like that at one time?
Motherfucker, everybody just unified for BLM.
No, they didn't.
I'm just saying, bro. That shit was all over the goddamn.
But what I'm saying
can happen, bro.
They had the blackout there, right?
We have to stop being participants in this. We are the cars that keep the shit moving.
But what I'm saying is, you gotta
and trying to do something drastically different.
Listen, I understand doing something drastically different, and I'm totally with that. But you also got to prepare your people for that, because like you can string your people out and they can jump out on some shit like that. But then when they get into the point, or they lost in the wilderness for 40 days like Moses, you know what I'm saying? They gonna start folding, bro. Like that's just the real shit.
Motherfuckers stocking. People stocking up. They have to stay in the
coronavirus. Right. So then people,
same concept, bro.
That concept, it wasn't. You didn't see so much unification between people doing that. It was people showing up at the store and shit was out because everybody was scavenging for self.
Unified motherfuckers fear.
That's what I'm saying. But they still gonna go for self. What I'm saying is that the best end result for somebody to make a strike is for them to have an extra option to go get some shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't buy it from here. We got to go get it from there. You know what I'm saying? We still need it.
Yeah, but
niggas still need toilet paper, still need food.
Still within the confines of this system. You're trying to throw a monkey wrench into the system to fuck some shit up so that you can rebuild something better.
But you got to prepare.
But you have to take drastic action. What we have is incremental change.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I saw Roland Martin doing his show, and he was saying that, I'll tell you why the vote matters. Because 50 years ago, we couldn't sit at the lunch counter.
Okay.
And we couldn't get on the back of the bus. We couldn't get on the front of the bus. And things have gotten better, bro.
Right.
But it's incremental. It'll be another 50 fucking years before we get to where the fuck we probably need to go. People ain't gonna live. People want to see change today, now. And that shit don't happen until it's drastic. And people afraid of drastic change, bro.
Right.
That's why shit don't get done. But you need people like that who think, y'all old as people in Congress. Yeah. But you need people who think drastic.
Right.
And that's the only way you're gonna get the shit. We don't get to where we need to go.
Right.
I know that idea I was saying sound outlandish. I probably didn't explain it right.
Right.
But that's the type of shit that we need.
What I'm saying is like when you make a change,
out the box shit.
When you make a change and you do go out the box, you still got to prep your people, because if you don't prep your people along that way, if you're not strong in what you're doing and that ain't solid,
you gotta have conviction.
What I'm saying, people are gonna fall off. Like, it's one thing to ask people to show faith and strength and show determination with you and show loyalty, but at the same time, they got babies to eat, they got bills due, they don't want to deal with certain.
No, ain't nobody paying no bills, ain't nobody doing nothing. You have to stop doing shit, bro.
But bro,
you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about,
bro. Somebody gonna get paid to do something, right? So as much as you asking people not to get paid, somebody's still gonna get paid to do something. So like when it's time for you to get evicted because you ain't paying no bills and you ain't going nowhere,
they gonna put everybody on the fucking street.
But what I'm
Stop doing shit.
What I'm saying, even in the midst of Corona, they've been putting people out on the street.
If everybody stop paying their fucking rent right now, what the fuck they gonna do, bro?
What I'm saying,
please tell me.
In the midst of right now, there's been a lot of people that haven't been,
because no one's united. Just like if they did that, bro.
I'm pretty sure the people that's been putting these people out feel bad about what they're doing. But guess what? They got to get paid, so that's why they're doing it.
But they still ain't getting paid because you got somebody coming right behind them to get into that unit.
Who?
Or we're not. I'm saying.
What I'm saying,
you got somebody come. You have to stop doing shit, bro.
I'm talking about the people that's putting them out, the sheriff guys and the other people, the marshals, the people that show up that put these people outside. Those people don't feel like putting people outside in the midst of this pandemic right now. But why are they doing it? They got to feed their family. So I understand what you're saying, but in the midst of all that's going down,
because there's fear that stops you from doing the shit that you need to do.
It ain't fear. What I'm saying is that more preparation is needed. So for something that you're saying, like the idea is going with that, it has to be a preparation. People have to stock up supplies. People have to be organized in a certain way.
That, bro.
But what I'm saying is that's first. Like, it's one thing to throw.
I'm not saying doing, but we have to come with shit like that. We cannot continue to be the car and to keep the shit going because they don't see that shit, bro. They don't feel that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have nobody to govern over if we don't allow ourselves to be governed.
I don't think
you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
We give them the power. Once we take it back,
right. But I think
we should be on to something.
We've had leaders in the past, right, that's done great things. That's like made movements, and we still know their names to these days. From Elijah Muhammad,
and it's been incremental, bro.
Hold on. From Elijah Muhammad to the Marcus Garvey to Malcolm X's to Martin Luther King, etc. Right?
Yeah.
When have they ever been unified all as one?
No.
That's what the ultimate solution.
We are in the age of social media, bro.
Right.
This is a totally different ball game.
Right.
This shit can be done.
Now, and even now, is there a separation between BLM, the organization, and BLM what the people know?
That's not the point, bro.
No, it's not.
I understand what you're saying, but that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm getting at, bro.
I'm not saying that's what you're saying. What I'm saying is that to get to what you want to get to, it takes some things to get there.
I understand
right.
that.
So, talking about solution-based and not debating you, how do you get there?
The power of social media is a month. Like we are in a society right now.
Okay.
Everything is connected, bro.
Okay.
Like when I saw the BLM like protests all over the fucking world, I was like, what the fuck is going? Like, what the shit can be done, bro? Like people can unify and do what the fuck they need to do. Like real talk. Yes, people won't have to work, but look, you can't.
I'm not saying that it can't be done. What I'm saying is how. Like that's the only thing I'm saying.
Preparation. Preparation. Right. Preparation has to be done. And you're gonna have motherfuckers that's gonna sit there and try to stop it and all. Preparation has to be done. Right. But so it can be coordinated.
Let's jump on, man. There's been some other things. The attempted kidnapping on the governor.
Gretchen.
Yeah, what the fuck is up with these crazy white motherfuckers, bro?
Exactly what you said. Crazy white motherfuckers.
It's crazy ass white motherfuckers.
I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Shit.
I don't know, bro. Like, it's kind of crazy that these niggas actually put it out there where they can get popped off from doing this shit. Like, how you put it out there where you can get popped off from doing this shit, like, and you don't do the shit? Like, I don't get it. Crazy as white boys, boy.
Yes, that's kind of crazy. It's irritating, and it's irritating, and it shows you double standard too. Because these probably were some of the motherfuckers that was sitting there with the guns, toting guns at the state capitol or some shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like some of the same people, we don't know. But the fact that they was able to do that, but if that was me and your ass doing that shit, it's a whole nother story.
All day, every day.
We've already been through this. We don't need to rehash it.
Right.
But if that was me and you doing that, we gone forever.
All day. You already know.
It just lays bare the two different kind of justice systems again that we constantly bring up that we have in America.
Yeah, it's always gonna be like that, man. I don't think it's ever gonna change.
It don't always have to be like that, bro. We are willing participants in this bullshit.
But I think like when you talking
because
about
we
like
we don't get no money.
No, I think you talking about like doing things differently, like even talking about us making certain moves. I know it sounds bizarre, right? So you had a bizarre idea. Let me throw a bizarre ass idea.
Okay.
Right? Black folks move to certain areas where there ain't nobody there, like Montana, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota. Go to some of these towns where like it ain't a lot of motherfuckers there.
I wonder why they
hold on. Hold on. Because a lot of people not there because that's what you need to support the economy. It was some black people in Atlanta, not Atlanta, but it was in Georgia not too long ago. They just bought a whole motherfucking town.
Okay.
They all came together and bought a fucking town. That's what the fuck niggas need to be doing. Like, exactly. Excuse me for saying niggas if offending anybody, but that's exactly what people need to be doing, bro. Like, when you had times when Elijah Muhammad did those things and other folks like that, the system came at them. You know what I mean? They came at him. The racists came at him to try to take him down and eventually succeeded to do so. But, like, that's how you got to do it. You got to build into communities where, like, we support each other and grind with each other for those that's of a like mind. But besides that, I'm not going to take a chance with these fools. I'm just be honest with you. Like, those of like mind that want to get down, they can show me some shit and I can show them vice versa. And we can go back and forth with each other to understand that we on the same playing field. I'm with that. But just some reckless food that's out here, bro. Hell nah, bro. The system has done so much damage to people that how can we trust them? You can't. Like, mental illness is real.
That's how we'll always be governed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they can't govern anybody that don't want to be governed.
Right.
People have to play along in this game.
Right. But what I'm saying, I'm saying is for me
type shit.
What I'm saying for me to step away from the game and to team up with somebody, I need to know that they legitimately about some shit. That's what I'm saying. It's not knocking the idea of doing so. What I'm saying is to do so, it takes certain shit. You can't just say, "Oh, we all black folks, we all gonna ride together and do it." Every black leader you talked about disagree with that idea, and I can walk through each one's perspective of how that's not gonna happen. It was always a certain percentage of black folks that were gonna be leaders.
Why the fuck we keep listening to people that's telling us how it can't happen, and not listening to people telling us how it can't happen? That's the problem right there.
They didn't say that it can't happen. They was talking about how it can happen. What you were saying, like I say, blindly, openly, and how I feel is coming across in my opinion, is that we all gonna unify and we all gonna rock. But we gotta openly admit that certain people ain't gonna keep up. We can have hope and have a hand out for everybody, but you can't be sitting back waiting on somebody to come up and keep up with you. So you going after Black Republicans trying to get them on board with this?
Why would you be going after?
Oh, exactly.
They're not poor.
But
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Who?
Like, it is way
Kelvin. Let's be real. Time out. There's not poor Black Republicans that vote in the South that help get these motherfuckers elected. I misspoke on that one. Let's not be real, man. What I was saying, bro, is poor, middle class, whatever you want to call them. Right. There is more of that's so unifying right there, bro. I wasn't just talking about Black. No. What I'm saying is that you have to cut off some people, right? They cut themselves off. No. You gonna have to ultimately cut off some people from your perspective. It don't matter about being mean or nothing like that. If the motherfuckers ain't with it, you ain't fucking with them, right? Okay. That's cutting motherfuckers off. That's just being straight up about it. It ain't holding no feelings against a nigga. Fuck being nice and polite. Nigga, we don't fuck with y'all. If you don't fuck with us, we don't fuck with y'all. That's you saying, right? Yourself. You ain't cutting nobody off. It ain't about playing yourself. I don't give a fuck. I don't even have interest to understand about any emotion with it. What I'm saying, from this side, we rock with who we rock with, and on the other side, we don't. That's cutting motherfuckers off, just up and down, right? Okay. Right. We cutting motherfuckers off that don't fuck with us. So what I'm saying is that openly what you saying, like, yeah, let's rock together, you got to have some preparation. You got to know who gonna fuck with you, who ain't gonna fuck with you. That goes without saying, bro. I know that. Yeah. But who do you speak that message to? We speak the message to everybody. Everybody who ain't got no stimulus right now should be mad at the motherfucker. It's a lot of motherfuckers out there, bro. But now you know what I'm saying? Who actually care about that shit? I agree with you. I think your enemy, you know what I'm saying? It ain't about enemy. No, like you control you would rather be governed by motherfuckers who don't give a fuck about you. No, and not say anything. No, what I'm saying is that's what I'm saying, bro. No, what I'm saying is an enemy. I think you putting words in my mouth right now. There is an enemy. We talking both about a common enemy, right? You talking about the common enemy between poor whites, poor blacks, poor whoever, people who ain't got shit. The common enemy is the government, right? Those are who should be right. But they have differences between them, and I'm asking you, how do you cross the lines? You telling them to cross the line? Ain't nobody got no money. That's the line. Cross the line. They don't. Hold on. Did you not miss that they projected? Hold on. They brainwashed us, and they also brainwashed a class of people just so them to feel better about themselves because they were poor and they were white. Is that not a reality? It is. Right. And those are the niggas that voted for Trump, right? That's it. Those are the motherfuckers that voted for Trump. Them niggas that think no one's putting money in their pockets, bro. They don't give a fuck. That is a unified. You missing the point. They don't. Yes, you are. Because you still talking about that, and neither one they don't give a fuck about that. They still voted for Trump and they ain't get shit. They show you they don't give a fuck about that. We still in charge, motherfucker. These niggas gonna understand. They still gonna understand. Oh, you know why we ain't got no money? It's them Democrats. It's the motherfucking Democrats. But Trump gonna show them. Them the motherfuckers you talking about. Right, nigga. They not gonna unify with you when they both broke. Why they not gonna unify with you? Because you are black, motherfucker. That's why. That's what they own. But you asking those same poor. Hold on. How many more poor people is it? We gonna heal. I didn't know if you want to come in. I know you will. I didn't know if you want to come in. I didn't want to bring you in.
I want to, but y'all got me a little bit excited, and I might want to chime in.
Get Hill a spot on the couch, bro. You gotta move over. She want to come on.
Oh, like I see both sides. I don't know if y'all listeners can hear me.
Mm-hmm.
But I see both sides. Okay. Yes, we do need to unify in a way that a dramatic race change. It has to. Okay. And no, race is not a factor in what the ultimate goal is. Okay. Race don't have nothing to do with that. Unfortunately, very unfortunately, race is a catalyst in order for those changes to occur. I understand where we're coming from when you're talking about poor whites and poor blacks. Unfortunately, money is not a common enough ground for a poor white person who had been, let's just go ahead and say it, because this is all systematic and is indoctrinated generation to generation, okay? They have been bred to believe that they are superior even in the poorest of situations, okay? So even a rich black man coming through, okay, whether he Democrat, Republican, we just gonna swipe all of that to the left or right because it don't matter, okay? when it comes to money, you got a rich black man coming to these poor whites. Say, hey, we need y'all to rally with us because we need to get this change so that you can get like me. Okay? Because that's a black man or a black woman standing in front of them, they giving them the recipe. They are going to just, hey, I'm gonna pass because you're black,
right?
And a black motherfucker.
You an Illuminati.
Shit.
You know what? Okay.
And that's I understand where you coming from.
That's what they think.
We have to think of another way outside of money. Because what we're talking about is the human experience. It's not about race. It's not about money. It's not about all of these things. We have to think about what's common amongst each other outside of the superficial. Because at the end of the day, whether they poor or not, they probably got a roof over their head and a pot to piss in, okay? They probably have food to eat and clothes on their back. All right, we talking about the same type of struggle, you know what I'm saying, that we got going on. All right, you gotta convince them on a whole nother level when you talking about your kids and the world okay, you gave a good point, social media, and the fact that social media has allowed eyes into lives that really we didn't have before. Now they're able to see into our lives and be like, hey, well, this person isn't so different than I am, and vice versa. Mm-hmm. You got the platform, but you have to make it a more humanistic experience other than superficial shit. Titles like Republican and Democrat go out the window. Your bank account goes out the window. Okay? We talking about human experience. Everybody live. Everybody got parents that, probably sick and going through the healthcare system and struggling because they can't get medication or access to adequate health care. These are the real issues. Education is another issue.
Exactly.
We need to focus on the common ground. What really the common ground is not the fact that we don't have money. Most of America is rocking in the same boat. Okay? We're talking about other things that we really legit, both sides want to see for the future of their people.
There are interests that are out there that would not like to see all this stuff happen.
Right.
You have to go against them. So I hear
I'm saying everything. To have
the
a
thing
collective,
is, but even if you got all the people that would go against, that would take use it as a racial thing, it's still finna be more minorities than the white people anyway. Yeah. In the near future, and that alone can still, and they will be, no matter what it is, they still.
I don't want you to
will have a voice.
I think I want you to miss something. We were talking about it earlier that they don't speak to the poor class.
They don't.
So that ain't no.
So we have to speak, bro.
But what I'm saying is, when they don't speak to that poor class don't vote. The voting class is a class that got things to lose on the line when they go vote. They're actually paying these taxes. They actually engage into these things.
You got homeowners,
right?
business,
exactly. They that's why they voting, right?
You see the ads now about this tax bill.
Fair tax. Fair tax. Yeah, we don't have to go into it right now.
Y'all want to go into it right now?
Okay, I didn't know I was. Hey y'all. Okay, but even me. I don't own any property. However, I do consider myself a business owner. I'm an entrepreneur. Right. I make my own money. So with that being said, me filing my taxes and things like that, I wanted more information because the ads on both sides, you have small business owners on both sides, saying, black, white, on both sides.
Fair tax good, fair tax bad.
Fair tax is good, fair tax is bad. However, when you're looking at the numbers in the majority of the country who is not on what we own, it's like, hey, shit kind of working out for them a little bit because people are indeed paying a fair share. Whereas you had the opposite campaign saying, hey, well, you're giving the government the right to write a blank check and all of this, that, and the other. No, that's what we've been doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. They've been at work.
It's been at work like that.
Yeah.
So, when it just comes to the interest of the people, it's just more so about you personally when you go to the polls and you vote and things of that nature. But collectively or holistically, when you're looking at our people, or not just our people, because we can't say what we want to push the agenda for Black people to be in a better position, like during Jim Crow and having to come through all of those incremental changes, okay, that benefited us. Now, you had the other people that kind of tailgated along as far as minorities are concerned. But again, we only speaking about us until we as a people can know that this is not just about us. You get what I'm saying? We got to open up our minds. It's not just about us. Everybody is included. That's what I'm saying. We have to make the experience more humanistic and not racial, not political, not financial. Hey, if
finance
somebody pay me, my blood is gonna be the same as yours. So that's really what it is. If we can come down to a more humble place.
Yeah, but that's speaking like utopian or whatnot. I'm just saying like things that.
But that
people are feeling right now.
That be the goal.
It should be, of course. But there are levers. There are levers to even get to. There are levers to even get to that. There was levers that can be pulled to get to that final objective. This is one. The financial one is one of them. People need money to live, to survive. If they're not getting, they pay taxes to a society. That's to a government. That's not doing what they think they be doing for them. That is a lever that needs to be pulled. Mm-hmm. That is a lever that needs to be pulled and should be pulled. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. And that's something that could be united around.
It could be. What do you think about the Black People Party that Puff is behind? Y'all heard about that?
Yeah, I've been hearing about it.
What y'all think about it though?
I heard about it too.
Do y'all think that's something that we can rally behind?
I honestly believe that, and I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. There needs to be a real deconstruction of the parties. Mm-hmm. Period. The fact that you're introducing another party is, of course, going to do what we all know. We all I ain't gonna say mathematicians, but we all well educated enough in math to know that it is statistically going to split a vote. Mm-hmm. All right. So, okay, for example, let's just say Kanye and his craziness was able to get on the ticket and, you know what I'm saying, represent a black. This is the black portion of it. What did you think it was going to do against Biden and Trump? Any of those votes that would have went to either party is now being taken away and counted toward either party, because now these people ain't gonna fucking win. They not gonna win. But because those votes have been now removed, you're putting the other candidates at a better position of winning.
Question. How do you do that?
How do you do what?
How do you do that when either candidate, out of all candidates that's on play, they got to get the majority of the votes?
Right. But this is what, okay.
Not even counting that they probably gonna get some scattered votes from other sides.
Exactly. So. Right. So how that works is, we had a perfect example with the mayoral election here in Chicago. Okay, we had a perfect example. We ended up having to have a runoff. Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's what happened and just not to correct you or anything like that, but like just let people know out there. If no candidate reaches 270 electoral votes, what happens is that the United States government, they have another vote, and it becomes one electoral vote from each state. So each 50 states gets one vote.
Yeah. Right. So in that case, it would be a runoff for a president, right? We had that happen here for a mayor.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In the initial election, nobody saw Auntie Lightfoot.
I ain't see it
as mayor.
Right.
Okay. So the fact that she was even able to get in, is kind of proving the opposite of the point. But we talking about on a grander scale of how things can go a little bit haywire. Mm-hmm. When you introduce another party, when you split the vote, you kind of leaving it up in the air, because you can't say with certainty, well, at least one of these two people, the lesser of two evils, may win. You know what I'm saying? But then here's the other side to that. Let's say this person who may have been on the ballot for president in this black party, you know, is given the opportunity to be the president because we done split the vote so drastically that it goes this way. Mm-hmm. At this point now, we are on a world stage, and how do we know that this person is even capable? The very fact that Trump was even allowed to run and then become president lets us know that our system is severely broken, okay, to begin with. Okay, the fact that these classes know the best candidate is not about loyalty to a political party or views that this party has. It's about
it's a popularity contest.
Exactly.
They know that. Mm-hmm. Right. And that's why that person is always a face. And you got like the Congress and the Senate, those
who actually
for the majority of things. Country. Right. That's it. Exactly. I agree with you 100%. It's always been like that. Like we know that, right?
So I'm just saying introducing another party is not necessarily,
but
you need to break down what's already in place.
So
see, the shit that's already in place ain't working for us.
What I'm saying is, like, you still got to get people in to be able to vote, to be able to disrupt that. Like right now, I don't know if y'all peeped those on the election ballot right now. They was asking you people's opinion about the electoral college. Mm-hmm. That's been up to on the ballots before in the past.
Let's talk about how many people don't even know what the electoral college is or the electoral process.
Right, but that's been on the ballot in the past to get rid of it. Yeah. They're not engaged in politics. Like you say, they're not talking to poor people for the most part. So they don't really be engaged.
Whites know.
Right.
Let me tell y'all something. Y'all know when people apply for visas and to become citizens of the United States, they have to undergo a scrutinous test.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, and this test tests them about the knowledge of our government.
Yeah.
In particular, our systems. We all know that we have three systems. We have we have the judicial, we have the executive, and we have the legislative.
Mm-hmm.
We know how it operates. Us three sitting here, we know how the checks and balances go.
Yeah.
But the fact that the masses, when it comes to Black people, when it comes to our people, even in the day and age of social media and everything like that, like they still have no idea what their role is. The fact that we was able to put Obama in office and not give him a Democratic Congress tells you a lot.
So, sidebar, while you right there.
Yeah.
Did Obama get things done for gay
people? Let's go.
Did he get things done for gay people?
Let's go. Because it wasn't his fault that he couldn't get shit done.
Hold on. But did he get things done for gay people? Did gay people get things done?
They got some things done.
Hold on. Do conservatives agree with gay people?
No.
And he got things done for him, right?
Yes.
We could have got our shit done too.
This is very true. But again, going back to the ignorance. And I'm gonna call it ignorance because people don't know no better. Now, if you know some better and you don't do better,
we know that Mitch and them block. I mean, not Mitch, but
Mitch wouldn't Mitch block the gay shit. But wouldn't Mitch block the gay shit? So the same way
wait. Just because they wouldn't block the gay shit, don't mean that they would. Just because they would, just because they let the gay shit go, don't mean they wouldn't block the black shit.
No, he didn't get the gay shit go. They went around for the LGBT issues. You see what I'm saying? They made it happen. They made it happen.
Yeah, but Morales was afraid of doing for black people. So like, oh my God, he should be more apologetic about it. I agree with you, bro.
I was not afraid. You have to understand, being gay transcends all creeds. This is what we was talking about when we were having a common ground. When you are finding something humanistic to unite people who would not have ever stood in the same room. Being gay is one of them. Okay. You have gay people who are minorities. You have gay people who are rich conservatives, okay? So we wonder why these things were able to get in place and to get moved along. This is why, because they had a common ground. Yeah, you have to understand.
They'll stop the black. They're gonna stop the black. Black agenda. They're gonna stop that.
Question. We're talking about the same conservatives that block the blacks, right? The black agenda or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Those are the same people that hate the gay agenda too. Those are the same people. They hate that even worse than they hate the blacks. Like, let's not.
There are still
no. Where Obama openly vocal about getting those people those rights? Was Obama openly vocal about getting those people those rights?
Yes.
Was he openly about getting black people their just due?
No.
That's it.
You want to know?
I just said that, bro. I just said that.
I'm not hating on Obama.
I give you that.
Right.
I give you that.
I understand why he did it too, because I understand that this whole thing is all a sham. It's all a puppet game. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I like what he represent. I like the role model. I like the experience that he gave black people. The black people felt like they did it. But how did y'all follow that shit up? Y'all elected Donald fucking Trump. Come on. Like, it's a fucking sham.
Story with that.
That was.
I was on the porch across the street from my house. This man, he is in his early 50s. Okay, never voted.
Mm-hmm.
Never voted. This was when we was getting ready to vote for Trump. Never voted a day in his life.
Mm-hmm.
Not in any type of primary. Nothing local. Nothing. This man say, I'm going to vote for Donald Trump because I don't think my vote matters, and because this man is running, I'm going to vote.
Is he from Illinois?
He's from Illinois. He's black.
That shit don't matter.
Listen, no, but it was just a mindset.
Right. I feel you on that.
It was just a mindset. If that was one person who thought like that, like this shit ain't nothing, I'm about to go see just because it's Donald Trump. That's how he got elected.
Yeah.
Because people did not believe in the process. I don't see why they didn't believe in it when Obama got elected. Right. But the fact that it was so many black people that voted for Donald Trump. We're not talking about the poor white people that voted for him.
No, we know.
We're talking about the poor blacks that voted for him.
But I wouldn't even cast the harshness on them. It was a lot of poor white women that didn't vote for Hillary Clinton that voted for Donald Trump. There was a lot of rich white women that voted for Hillary Clinton that didn't vote for Hillary Clinton that voted for Donald Trump. That's what the issue is. It's we would make up 50% of the population, and if we go to the voting population, we make up an even smaller percentage of that.
Yes.
This elections and none of these elections are due on us. We are icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying?
You want to know why it is? You have to when it comes to numbers, you have to acknowledge that the lack of voting
that's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem.
So even though you all represent a smaller percentage in the voting,
but the lack of voting is a way bigger problem.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So we can't put this on the women voters, whether they poor white, poor white or rich white.
What I'm saying, you mentioned the black voters that voted for Trump.
Oh yeah, of course.
Compared to the white women that voted for Trump or the white men that voted for Trump.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's it.
The lack of voting because you was able to take that and deduct and say, hey, well, we represent an even smaller population. Exactly. That is my point. That's the point that I'm making. That if we really did rally behind the power that we do have in our government process and things like that, it's a trickle down effect when we don't have adequate health care, when we don't have adequate funding for our schools. Right. It is a trickle down effect. It's a trickle up effect. Yeah, but when we don't go to the polls.
Lobbyists
one of them
get laws changed.
Hold on.
That's the thing.
If we stick to the same
no matter.
We stick to the same system. One of them gonna win. So like how I see it, when Joe Biden win, because I think he's gonna win, we're gonna get right back into politics as usual. Big government, a lot of spending, a lot of the same bullshit.
That's where you don't let up. That's where you use things like social media that Kelvin mentioned to fuel another agenda.
But
now we have 4 years to create a fire, blow air into it.
What happened if Trump get back elected? Motherfuckers just not gonna fight again? Motherfuckers just gonna door it. No, it's the same thing. You have to have a plan for if whoever gets elected. We need to have our interests being met. That's what I'm saying. Like for whoever, it doesn't matter who the hell the president is. We already know these politicians don't give a fuck about us. We know this already. We need to have a goddamn policy. We need to have a plan for whoever gets elected. We are pressuring you to do the things that we need to have done on our agenda. Period. Right. Fuck president of the party. Fuck all that.
Right.
Who's in office? We need to get this done.
So yeah, you got to be strategic about it. You got to be able to attack it from different aspects. So like,
It has locally, to be a holistic approach.
You know, like on the local.
Okay.
On the
but
local
we can't just be putting our hopes and dreams of our agenda on one candidate, one party, one no.
You have to realize that an undertaking like this is not gonna happen within the span
exactly.
Of the sitting president, the next president, or the president after that.
I know that.
Hold on. To be honest,
currently doing it the way that we've been told to do it.
To stay on her point. To stay on her point. We might not even see this shit, y'all, in our lifetime.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Exactly.
If we're doing it the way they've been telling us to do it.
No. Even what you talking about, you just gonna take some generations to get to that point, bro. Look how many generations it took us to get away from teenage pregnancy.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's one thing that I talk about a lot of times, and I say we kind of got away from it. The numbers of teenage pregnancies went down compared to what we went through in the 90s and shit like that. We know that.
The 90s, it was a boom.
It was
That's why you have so much shit happening right now. Okay, let me tell y'all something about the city of Chicago. I love my city. But as much as I love it, I really think, a real representation of what our country is right now today. Okay, there are a lot of things that are happening in Chicago that is very reminiscent of Jim Crow and everything else. We have lagged on. We have been at the, you know how, okay, you talking about these numbers going down. Mm-hmm. We among the last of these changes. You know what I'm saying? King had to come here and march right here in Marquette Park.
Got his head cracked over for it too.
Yes. Just so people could have equal housing opportunity here in Chicago. Mm-hmm. Okay? So when we talking about like those transitions in this particular city, and this is why it brings, listen, y'all, it brings it full circle. Because again, bringing it to a very humanistic experience when it comes to life and happiness, mm-hmm. and liberty and all the things that we have so hard been promised under the Constitution. Just to live and know, like everybody's sitting here and have kids. How we talking about these changes are going to be generations out. Yes, it's not something that we can figure out today and say this is the absolute best way to go about it. No. However, just starting at a point, we got to have it straight for our kids. I might not care about now. These are what I'm about to say. It's not my personal opinions, but let's just say I'm a racist and I don't give a fuck about no white people. Oh, I'm sorry. Can I cuss?
Yeah, you cuss all the time.
Look, it's Nightcap. You know what it is.
But I'm saying, if I don't care about white people. All white people is the devil. You know,
my nigga.
That, and I not care how, as a mother, I look at an infant white child, because this is what we're talking about now. Mm-hmm. We're talking about the ones that have not been born or the ones that are recently born and are untainted. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're talking about. That's where the change happens at, because it's the information that is passed back. You understand what I'm saying? It's passed back. So what we doing, what's happening now? Yeah. But the real, like, blueprint, I really feel like is for them.
Yeah, but the information is passed back.
I can't look at that white baby and feel no type of way.
Still a lot.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is a white devil baby? No, I can look at that baby and look, I can raise this baby.
White devil baby.
I can raise this baby. But that,
my nigga.
You know, because sometimes you got to dumb down. I ain't going to say dumb down, but simplify shit. It is what it is, because, and it really is in the simplicity of it that you find your answers.
Right. You know, it's like you say, you got to find that common ground for people to agree on. The humanistic approach is everything. That's why my mind is pretty much secular. Like, people be like, man, well, you don't believe in the religions and all that. I think a lot of shit divides people. So I like to have a secular basis on shit where I can love everybody and I ain't got nothing to hold me back from nobody. At the same time, I want to move a little bit forward. The Waukegan police shoot, when the police shot the young man in Waukegan, you heard about it?
Yeah.
And there's another one in Philly. So let's kind of group both of these together because I don't want to hold too much time on it. But ultimately, what I got from both of this, y'all, I'm just like tired of racism. Like, what the fuck's gonna fix racism?
I mean,
you know
shit. I mean, you and a lot of other motherfuckers. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck's gonna fix racism?
But that's the thing. That's the thing. Like it's been said throughout the show. This fan is something that transcends that. Right. People can't get behind. That's why I was saying money. But I mean, it's just finding something. It's so many different things. But you know what I'm saying? The racism is always gonna be here because it was already taught. And
I think it go deeper to tribalism. That's just that's part of human nature. Tribalism.
These my people. This is what I'm messing with.
Because we can look at our history and see it well before us. We are just the most modern like example of it that we can go to and still feel like the immediate effects.
And I hate to repeat this because I don't want to sound like Kanye or nothing, but classism is next. Like
classism is already
right.
a thing.
Who got money and who don't? That's what the fuck it is.
That's
classism, colorism. Right. It's like we're choosing to find something about someone that I'm like that
puts me above you
on the outside.
But even the white motherfuckers be like, "Oh, that's my black friend, but he has money though."
Yeah,
like,
he's not broke though.
That's crazy. His ass might be. Ooh, I'm sorry. Oh yeah.
It is what it is, man. So before we jump off politics, man, the swing states I think is the biggest thing, man. Like Ohio, I was watching a video from Arizona, and
but you have a lot of people that are moving to Arizona.
A lot of black.
And you hit on the subject earlier about going to these places and populating them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. That's
the Hispanics been on that shit for the longest. They've been killing that shit.
All right.
They've been killing that shit. I respect game. That shit works.
It's been a thing, you know. So
I mean, I don't know a lot of black people that want to live in Idaho. I'm sorry,
but what I'm saying is just black.
I hear what you're saying.
If you wanted to live in Idaho,
it was a racial incident that happened in Arizona.
I would go back to Alabama only because I took a chance and went and lived there. It's like even if you go like rent.
Then you went to school out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was it, A&M?
Alabama A&M.
I came down and visit Mike one time down there. It was lit. Yeah, that shit was fun.
But what's crazy is it's a college town, but it is a family town. It's
right. No
in between. I personally saw. You know what I'm saying? Either you're gonna move there and retire, or you're gonna go to school there. Like if you get stuck, you get stuck.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't really get stuck.
I understand.
But it was really I would live in Alabama. I would have property in Alabama.
Right.
The cost of living versus the income. At the time when I was living there, not to get y'all off subject just real quick, I was averaging like $17, $18 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And this was in 2005, 2006, 2007.
Right.
This is back then. That was a lot of money back then.
Mm-hmm.
And the cost of living was way cheaper.
Right. You making it work.
Than it was here then at that time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so my rent was like $370, you know, like real low. But I'm making what? I can go pick up hours when I wanted to?
Work when I wanted to? I got this.
Right. So right now, before we jump off politics, y'all, who y'all think will win the election? Is at this point right now today? The election is tomorrow.
I don't even want to speak on it.
Look, I told you already. I think Trump will his ass reelected again, man. I know what the media narrative is saying. Mm-hmm. I know how they trying to coddle everybody's feelings and how everybody's speaking.
Biden's up in the polls.
We're not saying this shit. It's just it's hard for people to be motivated to go vote. You know what I'm saying? When they ain't got no fucking money in their pocket.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't gonna win and voted already. It's like it's hard. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like people gonna vote their interest. And I think people's interest is gonna put Trump ass back in office because a lot of people probably not gonna want to go vote. Not gonna want to go vote. Probably not gonna want to go vote.
Do y'all think this big turnout that's been the first?
I understand that.
Come on.
Do you think that's been Trump? Yeah, we spoke on it not too much, but
it could.
What do you think about it? Go ahead.
Okay.
It could be Trump,
but
it could be Biden. Trump voters is in there too.
Let him go.
I am. I'm just saying. I think he'll be back reelected.
If he does, I'm gonna just go ahead and just real quick. If he does, I'm gonna say it's a fluke. Like how Bush walked with them votes, exactly the same. Okay, it's something to that shit. But if it goes as supposed to, and we are counting the way that it's been counted, I want to say, if I'm gonna put my faith into the system and these votes are being counted, how they reporting the mail-in ballots and how those are being counted, the fact that we have record numbers showing up to early vote, and I just feel like this: if you're gonna vote for Trump anyway, and he's a sitting president, why are you gonna rush? Now, the backside to the media is that we never really know who's in control of the information that is being given or the narrative that's being controlled. So if we have the news reporting that we're having these record numbers showing up, but we don't have any exit polling. We have a lot of people who are speaking about, you got these sound bites. Hey, I just had to. I don't care. I'm gonna sit. You know, you have the most outspoken groups of people being Trump supporters. They out there on 95th and Cicero. Again, we talking about Chicago here. We're gonna look around about Blanton. You know, and I've had some experiences in the South, but when it comes to white people, them was the nicest white people I ever met in my life. Confederate flags on their cars. Held the door for me at a gas station. I was scared to walk in, but we met each other at the door. This man, Confederate flag painted on the hood of his car. Good morning, you know, and held the door for me. You know, like some things, like when you talk about politics and the sometimes people don't understand the experiences that people have on the other side. That's just what he was taught to do. But the fact that he held the door for me, it's the South. I'm expecting it to be, but it's not in places like that. It's here. You know, these major cities. You know, like you got people who are educated and voted, and like you can count. Yeah, you had a swing states, but it's the states that you can count on. You know, like
I hate this, but just because you had good experiences, don't mean everybody else had.
No, I didn't always have good experiences.
some good experience. No, it's not always like that. You know what I'm saying? So with people who ride with
my most big experience has been here, where we so power free with things that you expect. Like, I'm just saying, these people are probably voting Democrat just like me, but they are some of the most biggest racists that I will ever meet in my life. You know what I'm saying? That's the point that I'm getting at. But the fact that you have people who are voting that are Republican and can relate to me more than someone who, you know, like that's what I was saying to say. Like it wasn't that it was like I just looked at it that way, like damn, I know y'all for that shit, but damn, you know, we sitting here talking. I know you with the shit, but this how you act, like this how you are when you have those experiences, and that's another thing I want our people to do. Stop closing off others because they don't look like you. You know, like that's where the change happens. We can talk about advertising and those type of things. I'm talking about us really connecting with each other, making that a movement. You know,
I hear what you're saying, but we've been closed off from because we don't look like them.
Yeah.
So I mean, why the hell we always got to turn the other cheek?
There's not a reason to, because we don't know that struggle, Kelvin. You my brother, and you know, I'm gonna tell you, like, we don't know that struggle. We don't know what Jim Crow felt like. We don't know what slavery felt like. We don't know what harsh, real life discrimination felt like. If we didn't achieve something, that really was on us because there was nobody really standing in our face telling us we couldn't do it. You understand what I'm saying? When nobody stopping us at the polls from going to vote.
Exactly.
There wasn't nobody threatening our life telling us we couldn't do it.
It was a little bit
different. Ain't nobody doing it now.
And you know what? Like when people back in the day did so much damage, it's like now, like you got certain generations of people affected where they feel like they vote don't matter, or they feel like they can't do something because things that happened in the past. And it's like you got to be strategic about how you go about making your moves going forward to show that if we do something, man, we got some pudding. The proof is in the pudding. We got something to show at the end of this to say, hey, y'all, the next time we could go even farther. Because that's what you need. You need the incremental increases, but you need data and proof to show that we're not just doing this shit for just no reason. Like you got Kamala in there, right? They pressed on a 60-minute interview, and they asked Kamala, it's like, you very liberal and Joe Biden's not. So when you get in office, are you just gonna fall back behind him, or are you gonna stay liberal? And she was like, man, she was like, man, I gotta support Joe. I gotta support Joe. So that's politics as usual, right? So you need somebody that's gonna be in office that's gonna be like, we're gonna push the envelope.
And that's another thing. We don't push our kids or anything like into politics. I did really well in political science, but I didn't want a career in it. You know, like, okay. But that's something I really feel like we should and can do. Like when we think about our neighborhood politicians, these like, we know what they are, right? You know, but to instill integrity, you know, like to say, hey, we need people that's really about this, that somebody that we can really get. Now, I'm gonna just say this: you think Obama wasn't vetted?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like Clinton, just like we talked about it last week. We like the Democrats.
I think he was super vetted.
The Democrats,
because they couldn't tell me nothing about that man that was wrong.
The Democrats got their money picks. Before Obama, before Obama, it was Bill Clinton, and before Bill Clinton, you got to go way back. You got to go back to like my man John F. Kennedy. Yeah. That's like the money niggas. Those niggas are all stars. They like the LeBron James, the Kobe Bryants, the Michael Jordans of the shit. Them niggas is the motherfuckers that you need to find. And you need to find a woman like that. You need to find a Mexican guy like that, a Mexican woman like that, an Asian like that. I like Andrew Yang. He ain't bad to me. Andrew Yang cool with me. Shit, they just gotta have some more support behind him.
He on the outside looking in,
right?
You know what I'm saying, it's like he can sit here and talk, but it's not really effective. The people that's in power need to be doing some shit.
Speaking of that,
but these are the people that we putting in. Look,
why Andrew Yang couldn't even get it? That's the thing, because everybody coalesced around Biden.
Hold on, but
you know what I'm saying? Like,
he went the traditional way. He tried to be a Democrat.
And I think like way. And
when you go into their party, just like how they use Kamala to pull out on Super Tuesday to help Joe Biden win the nomination, because if she would have still been in play, Bernie Sanders would have won the shit, and we all know that. Like that's just the name of the game. They did this shit twice. They did the same shit with Hillary. Like these niggas be BSing, so we know what it is. So stop fucking with those niggas. Right now, y'all, we still in the election. We gonna vote for these motherfuckers. That's what we gonna do. Like no problem. But the whole time in, it's like, we need people that's progressive. We need those candidates that's going to go out there and make the huge changes that we need and not have any type of like feelings about it. Don't worry about what somebody can say about it. Don't worry about your reputation. Like Kamala was talking a year ago that she wasn't going to do nothing specifically for black folks, but now that's their whole damn campaign.
Yeah, they're pandering,
but it worked. Like, let's get what we get out of it at the same time. Shit.
You know what it is, though.
I'm cool with it. As long as we get what we get out of it, I don't give a damn.
You don't know what we get. They're not talking to us after the election.
What I'm saying, it ain't that. They got they first, Lift Every Voice Act. They got that. They got they Lift Every Voice Act. Like, that's what they were supposed to be on. So we gonna hold them truth to that. Because they not saying that they got the platinum plan. You know what I'm saying? They got some other shit.
My thing is, we need to be setting the agenda, not letting them set the agenda for what we should have.
But how do you do that? And they already
their voice. Who
how
even wrote that?
But how you do that? You trying to take over their party. How you gonna take over somebody else's party? You need to have your own party.
That's what we're talking about. What are we saying?
Right. But no, that's what I'm saying. You talking about.
We're still trying to.
At this point in this election, we ain't gonna have.
We gonna work that route. Okay. We can
at this point in this election, we ain't gonna have our own party.
Yeah, of course.
That's not gonna fucking happen.
So I argued with this on another part, on another episode.
Right.
You know
we gotta vote
to work with it. Yeah.
We kind of at this point, we gotta vote for Biden and them, right? And it's not even about getting shit done. It's more about the reputation. It's about the optics that's going down. It's not about getting shit done. Because how can you say you're confident about either side getting some shit done?
Of course, I'm not.
You can't. Even if they promise some shit, you can't be confident about either side getting some shit done. Like, be real. Yeah. So you actually looking at from an optics standpoint to say, I think Joe Biden looked better. I think Kamala Harris being a first black woman vice president looks better. That's what you're talking about.
Was that the reason why we vote for the president?
Yeah, that's the reason why motherfuckers breaking it down at this point. Because we don't think that either one is going to follow through with what they saying that they're going to follow through with the plan.
I completely understand. Right. That's why I said what I was saying. The pandering plan.
But either if
goes
you go
without saying.
But if you go to the other side, it's going to be the same shit. They pander into a certain thing too. They got a certain issue that they pander into. Trump letting motherfuckers out of jail, but he not letting.
Expect from them.
Hold on. No. Trump letting motherfuckers out of jail, but he not letting mass motherfuckers out of jail.
Come on now. Compared to the numbers?
Right. He letting the one motherfucker, 2 or 3 motherfuckers out of jail. Like, come on, bro.
You expect that bullshit from them.
But what I'm saying, he can do that, and now he got something to speak on. What does the other side have to do to speak on? I agree with you still at the same time that I don't think after the election, neither side are going to do anything. Just like they're talking about with the stimulus. Talking about some after the election. Both sides saying that. Pelosi saying after the election. Trump and them BS ass niggas saying after the election what they going to do with the biggest stimulus or whatever. It's bullshit. We need the stimulus right now. Who gives a fuck about after the election? Who gives a fuck about the election when you broke?
And the fact that they drug it out. This happened
I fucking
on
believe
both
them,
sides.
man.
Right, both sides.
On both sides. Because somebody had a decision to make, and I don't give a damn. When you're looking at the numbers of unemployment and the fact that there are so many people who are getting ready to now go back on unemployment.
Right. On the PUA and shit. They off regular unemployment now. They on PUA.
They on it, right.
They on that government extension. Right. That's what they on. All right, y'all. So politics, man, we getting drugged the fuck out. And I appreciate it. We got a lot of content to pull from. So I don't know if you into sports like that? So while we got you, we gonna switch over to sports and we gonna go right into a topic that you could probably deal with. So Dwight Howard is a basketball player, right?
Come on, yeah.
And Dwight Howard right now is being accused of being a bad father because he's not spending time with his kids. So not to beat up on Dwight, y'all, because
that's exactly what's
an NBA player got a whole bunch of shit going on, and I ain't going there. Co-parenting. How do one deal with co-parenting when you're not in the household? How do you help your reputation between your kid and the relationship between that other parent? Like if you can't make it, the baby daddy can't make it. Me and the baby's father can't make it. The baby mama can't make it. Baby mothers can't make it to a certain game or a certain event, but the dad can show up, and it's a constant thing because of work or whatever.
Okay.
We've all been in those situations. We all got kids. We all been not in the same household with the parent, the co-parent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How do you balance it? Do you feel like it's your job to make sure that the other relationship is on point? Do you feel like it's your job as the opposite parent to reach out to the other parent to make sure, or even engage in the child to make sure? So I'll let y'all speak on it. There's a lot, but I'll let y'all speak on it. So we could go off the Dwight Howard situation and use that as a catalyst to talk about co-parenting outside the same household.
Yeah, it's your job as a man to make sure that you're seeing your kids and you're doing what you need to be doing. But the caveat is, to take the Dwight Howard, we don't know that there are roadblocks that are put in front of you that can stop you from possibly doing what you want to do.
As a father,
namely,
hold on.
I'm just saying there are things that can happen. That now you got to go through all this other bullshit to go through this court system to get super. Like it's a lot of people that don't feel like doing all that.
Hold on, Kills. So the opposite,
there are things that happen. We don't know what happened.
On the opposite end of that, is your kid worth all that?
Yes, your child is worth all that.
So you got to go through all that.
Yes, your child is worth all that, but it's a lot of motherfuckers who not finna do all that.
Okay,
who don't even have the money to do all that. Hire lawyers and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not making an excuse, but you're supposed to try.
To the moment of conception, we're gonna back up.
Okay.
To the moment of conception, as an adult male and an adult woman, if you don't want no kids, you know what to do. As an adult male, you definitely know what to do.
Right.
And we gonna stop and start it right there. Now, if you a kid want to do something, no, but we talking about a professional athlete who has.
So we built up on this before me a little bit before we got to this conversation.
It was all fine just a week ago.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Kill.
See, you just never know how this shit go.
Hold on. At the same time, At the same time, Rajon Rondo had his son on the court with him drinking champagne, and that was a big issue. So Dwight Howard could have had his son.
How old was his son at the time?
He shouldn't have been drinking champagne. But
how old was his son at the time?
Who, Dwight Howard's son?
Yes.
He's 13.
He's 13.
Yeah.
How old was the kid that was drinking the champagne?
He was like, he younger than that. But what I'm saying is that you could have brought your kids to the NBA.
It was like a Welch's.
You could, right? Could have been that. You know,
I'm not judging the man.
That's everybody.
No, we're not judging that. What I'm saying.
If he had a glass and somebody brought him a glass,
we're not talking about the alcohol. We're not talking about the alcohol. What we talking about is the fact that Rajon Rondo had his kid with him at the NBA championship, and Dwight Howard's kid is saying you don't never spend no time with me, and he was in Atlanta and his dad was in Orlando.
How we know Dwight didn't ask for his kid to come down there?
We don't know that. We don't know that, but it didn't happen. So this go back to the original point that we talked about in this conversation earlier when we brought up the whole point. Men have the ultimate responsibility of making shit happen. Like a woman gonna get it done. We know that, right? The mama's gonna get it done. But a man, what the woman gonna submit to, and the man that the woman won't, he has to get shit done. The bills gotta get paid. They gotta be on time with shit. He gotta be engaged. He gotta do shit besides any excuses. If we look at Rajon Rondo and say, well, damn, he had his son now. It wasn't like the NBA stopped niggas from having their sons.
That's not what you know what I'm saying, bro.
It doesn't look good on the optics side.
I understand what you, but that's not everybody's business what it is, what looks good on the optics side. Right. The issue is what happened. Until you know what happened in that situation.
Well, his son coming
out. You cannot be taking a passing judgment on that man.
I'm not passing judgment on this man. What I'm saying is that anytime your kid is online making videos talking about, I want you, I want to be in your life, you not reaching out to me. It's not like he trying to come out and clown him or down him. He reaching out.
Okay.
What can you say?
I hear what you're saying.
What
bro.
can you say?
You know what I'm saying?
What's stopping the wife from getting custody of his kid and having this kid?
We don't know what's stopping him from getting custody of his kid.
So this in this light that's coming out, the light that's shining, not what's in the dark, what you talking about. The light that's out. Does it look good on Dwight?
It don't.
And like I said, hold on.
It's crazy.
Ain't no but. Ain't no but. Ain't no but.
Say that.
No, it ain't no but. You know why?
What if you put up to it?
It ain't no but. You know why?
We don't know.
Kels, you know
I'm
why?
just saying, bro.
Kels, you know
we
why?
Don't know.
You know why it ain't no but, and you can get out your feelings with this because
I'm not.
No,
but that mom mentality so quick.
It ain't a mob mentality.
Somebody.
It's not a mob mentality.
You don't know the situation.
No, it's not a mob mentality. Listen to what I said. I prefaced it right before I was talking about this to say it's ultimately up on the man to get shit done.
True.
Hold on. If a motherfucker broke in your household, is it on the woman or the man to make sure the shit done?
It's on the man.
Exactly. But hold on. If the woman don't get up, time out. It ain't no mob, bro. It's not no mob mentality shit. If the woman don't get off her ass and the man don't get off her ass, who more at fault?
Man.
So will you agree with me? So why you disagree with me when we talking about the parenting side of this thing? If it's more on the man to make sure that the money is being made.
I'm just saying, the situation.
No.
That's all I'm saying,
I'm
bro.
not judging
you still saying.
I'm not judging the situation. I ain't saying shit bad about Dwight. I ain't saying shit bad about Dwight. You taking it as I is. What I'm saying is a man, I'm not going to have myself out here. Damn, did I exit all the way out? Damn, I'm going to exit all the way out the podcast. That's funny as hell. I don't know how that happened. Did we just drop? I was just up. Oh, I thought I exited out.
We good.
As the whole time as a man, if my parenting skills ain't on point, I'm not looking at nobody else. I'm looking at it through all obstacles. I made it happen. Because providing for my kids, I'm the same way.
Okay.
You ain't gonna never make an excuse for not your kids go hungry. You never gonna say, oh, it's her fault that my kids didn't eat. You never gonna say no shit like that. And the moms never have the delicacy of saying some shit that, oh, I ain't have it, or I'm gonna try. As a mother, can you say I'm gonna try?
No.
I'm gonna see.
I can't.
As a daddy, can we say that shit? Yeah. Be real. That's a luxury that we have. It's a privilege that we have. So we can't act like we don't. So in the vice versa end, we lay back on saying, okay, I provided financially. So I'm cool. That's some old generation shit. That's why you got generation of game beggars and killers, motherfuckers who don't give a fuck about shit. Yeah, they daddies gave them money.
Because they never were there. We didn't have a presence. And we talking about that now because there's a severe breakdown within the household of Black families because men feel kind of emasculated in that fact because, you might get some money. Right. But especially if you don't, you're not giving no money. Right. You don't have no type of
that's what I'm saying.
Ground to stand on.
So it's cool to get money, but you still got to get love because that money can lead to that kid getting into some other shit. That money that you got, get that kid a privilege, and if you don't have the love,
that mother more of an opportunity to be more present or do more for them.
Right.
Imagine a single mother not having anything Well, I ain't gonna say anything, but all that she does have goes toward her kid.
Right.
Imagine that she did have the financial help and support from the kid's father. Imagine how much more she would be able to do as far as being present. Now I don't have to work as hard. No. Now I can do more and be more. You know, like it does. Like, so even if that is all you give is money, it's still something. However, now that you've achieved something like that particular goal, now we need to incorporate you in the home.
Before we leave off this, Dwight Howard, is he an outspoken NBA player or a quiet NBA player?
He's pretty outspoken.
He outspoken.
Why would you think his son wouldn't be outspoken?
Because his daddy is.
His daddy is. So that's why I believe all this shit is real and true. Because just as much as outspoken Dwight Howard is, his son will be that exact same thing. You can see. No. It ain't about social media. It's about looking in his eyes, and that kid says, you know what? Fuck what y'all talking about. Fuck what my mama talking about going through this way or going this way. I'm going to do it my way. And if you got kids and your kids been yearning for attention ever before in your life, your kids will do shit like that. I was in 5th grade. I wasn't getting attention I wanted from my mama and from my daddy. I would do my homework and not turn it in. That was my way of driving for attention. Kids are that fucking smart that they do shit like that. That's real deal, bro. Y'all. Exactly. It's real shit. It's real.
Nothing for attention, bro.
But it's parenting.
I never did nothing for attention.
But that's parenting. Your kid gonna be different.
That you doing it. A kid is not gonna say, "Hey, I'm gonna do this so that I can specifically get attention from my parent." It is a subconscious thing. It is something that you are not aware of that you even doing.
So yeah, he could have called his daddy direct or FaceTime his daddy. But you know what'll work even better? Putting this shit on social media because everybody gonna know about it. Now my daddy. So what, nigga? It worked.
I hear you.
If it worked, nigga, what you talking about?
I'm not blaming the kid.
Why your feelings? Hold on. Why your feelings into it if it worked for the shorty?
That's all.
If it worked for the shorty, bro, if his mama was on Basketball Wives and all this shit, why you wouldn't think this would be his reality? Exactly. So I'm not knocking shorty. He did whatever he needed to do to make it work. Salute. Dwight, get on your shit. Facts. Don't let that shit show up like that. The other nigga we fuck with, Bron. Do Bron let shit show up like this?
No.
Nah, right. Exactly, bro.
But he can't stop his son if he wants to skip there and start doing something on social media about. He can't stop him from doing that. Kids be doing what they want to do. Just said it. You said it was okay.
Are we guilty?
It's not okay.
Are we guilty about it?
If your kid do something out of ordinary or something that you do not agree with as a parent, is it gonna be okay for you?
No.
Okay.
Get him the chair, bro. You got her still standing up.
No, I'm cool. I just wanted to pop in. You know.
But you know, at the same time, bro, I think like you got to make sure you get those shits right, and that's on you. That's on you as a parent, male or female. You got to make sure that shit right. Yeah, I'm not looking at nobody.
You're thinking on how it should be.
Hold on. I ain't making no excuses. My daughter come to me and say, "Daddy, y'all relationship ain't right." I ain't gonna say, "Oh, that's on your mama." What the type of goofy shit is that? You know, I'm fixing.
But hold on, because
I didn't even just say
situations that
it was just the
mama
mama.
Are in the way of a healthy relationship between.
I'm not saying it's just the mama. I'm saying it could be anything.
And I think the kid will see that. If you doing the right
effort.
Yes,
it does.
If you doing the right effort, the kid will see that. The kid
but that doesn't.
That don't mean they gonna put it on social media and say, "Hey, you're the greatest."
That don't mean that the kid is always gonna respond.
No.
Correctly, even though they may know and realize it, they may, instead of coming to you and say, "Hey, Mom, Dad, I really see how my mother or dad isn't doing this and that," you know. That would be in a perfect world that a child can see what's happening and then be able to come and verbalize that to you. But it's not going to happen that way, more than likely. They are going to act out. They are going to go through these changes. And you understand where it's coming from, but it's like, damn, how do I go about them realizing?
You know.
Because, again, they're doing it subconsciously without thinking that this is, they just reacted. They don't know what they reacted, like they reacted to how they feel.
Right. And engagement matters with your kids, knowing your kids and understanding their behaviors and just knowing them as people. Those things matter. So, like, I notice when certain things happen between me and my kids, when I do certain things and my kids and my behaviors off and how it shapes my kids and how it causes them to move.
Yeah.
So, like, just being present on it. So, with something like this to get to the point that it is right now, bro, you got to nip that shit in the bud, bro. It doesn't look good. Then that's the only thing I'm saying.
It don't look good at all. And that's why I preface it with the caveat. The caveat if you don't know what's going on, what's happening, that's causing the situation to play out the way it was playing. That's all I was saying. Yes, of course. You should. It's on the man. I agree with you 100%. It's on the man to make sure that shit is done with his kids. But men can sit there, be doing everything they possibly can, and things could just be in their way, bro. And that's all I'm saying. And that's totally possible.
But if that's the case,
you know what I'm saying? And you just steady saying, just get it done, and it's maybe not. That's not always how it works, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just like. In his case, his shorty got on his social media.
I'm speaking
to might be things that he don't understand.
I'm speaking to this fact. Become hella high water. There's nothing that's gonna cause me to sit on my laurels when it comes about me being with my kids.
Okay.
You gonna hear about it before my kids talk about it.
I hear what you're saying.
No.
But it's price. It's price stuff that
his
shorty don't understand.
What I'm saying, if I'm in Dwight Howard situation, you're gonna hear about me crying out for me to get to my kid before my kid crying out to get to me. That's what I'm saying, and that's facts. We would be in court.
Silent cry.
It'll be in court.
These things that we don't know about. What if there are court dates and stuff?
That would have been out. It would have been out. With whose has more?
Well, I don't know what the details of the case are.
And something like this. Hold on. And something like this, the biggest thing that matters is Dwight Howard's. I think the kid matters more than anything. But as far as on a money standpoint, his image matters more than anything. Because after he wins his championship, he can retire.
He can.
And he can go into commentating and be straight for the rest of his life.
Not this coming.
The next 30 years, he'll be straight for. He can retire off commentating, can he?
Yeah, he can.
Exactly. He'll be straight for the rest of his life. That's a whole nother career for the next coach of his. What is he, 35? He the same age as us?
Yep.
So another 20 years is 55. Then retirement. Yeah, he's good, motherfucker. He's super good. He done made a lot of money. So what I'm saying is the NBA career shit is over with. He won a championship. All this came out because the baby mama said it's hard for me to be happy for this nigga winning the championship and his son crying for attention. That's a real fucking deal. Fuck an NBA championship when you a fucking multimillionaire and a Hall of Famer. You're secure. Okay, you not. Hold on, you not Ben Wallace, but you Charles Barkley. Who gives a fuck? Whichever way it is, you still one of them niggas. Ben Wallace won a championship, was a great defensive player, and would have been a Hall of Famer no matter the fact if he won a championship or not, right? Mm-hmm. That was Dwight Howard, right?
Yeah, but you got to
think about these people
mental state too, bro.
Huh?
Think about these people mental state, bro. You know Dwight ain't all in there. He ain't all that. You know that already.
He's a multi-millionaire.
But they still are humans. On the level. People don't think like
right.
You can be as rich as you can be, bro. That don't mean he think like you, bro. As rich as he is, don't mean he think like you. Don't mean he think like me, bro. He think they think they own way, bro.
Kelvin, he not Shaq. He not nowhere near in those top qualified niggas that should be worried about some shit like that. Yeah. If Shaq was worried about some shit like that compared to Kareem and Bill Russell and some shit, I can understand that. But Dwight, you not even nowhere near this shit. You a Hall of Famer because all the defensive.
I hate you. He should have sacrificed the basketball to spend time with his son. I hate you.
Only thing
everybody don't make that decision though, bro.
What I'm saying is that when you have things like that in line in front of you, and then these other shit come out, it makes your shit look even worse. When you got Trevor Ariza was a player, he forfeited his whole time of playing for the playoffs to spend time with his son because it was already court ordained for him to spend time with his son. That doesn't look good for Dwight Howard in this situation right now. Doesn't look good for Rajon Rondo to have his kid on the court and this shit coming up, bro.
I mean, I hate you, but that's three different people.
Hold on. Your employer
his life is his life.
It is about parental choices.
Hold on. Your employer made sure that you were able to spend time with your kid if you wanted to with pay or without you losing pay at all. If you wanted to go at home and spend time with your kid, you could have. If you could have came to the NBA and brought your kid, you could have. Your employer made sure you were straight either way. That shit don't look good on bro. And I don't give a fuck what situation it has to do about a mama because what could look good on Dwight? Let me come out in the public and say, send me my kid. And let her come out with some bullshit excuse why she can't. When DeMarcus Cousins came out.
Wait. Dwight put his business out there like that.
Wait. When DeMarcus.
They're doing that.
Wait. When DeMarcus.
You know what I'm saying? He don't put his business out there like that.
How do we know that it did not happen?
Dwight don't put his just because he don't put his business out there like that. You got me being an apologist for this. What I'm saying. You just so blunt object kind of like. He's supposed to be like, but we don't know the nuances, and you want to talk about nuances.
It doesn't look good to the optics. It doesn't look good to the eyes when your son is on this motherfucker crying for your attention, bro. Did you watch the video?
I did not see the video.
Can we leave it at that then?
I don't need to see the video.
I think you do.
No, I do not. It's the same thing, bro.
I think you do.
perspective.
I think you do.
It's the same thing.
I know. I think you can't. I think you can't speak against the kid's emotion. You saying that it could be some fraudulent type shit or could be whatever.
We don't know.
I watched the kid's emotions on the video. I'm convinced that shit is legit because I know Dwight Howard. As much as you want to take up and give credit to Dwight Howard, like I asked you before, I said, is Dwight Howard an outspoken player? You like, yeah, he pretty much outspoken, meaning that if he says some shit, it'll hurt him, and he don't give a fuck about it hurting him. He gonna say it because he's outspoken. Yes. So why wouldn't the fuck you think his son would be the same way? This is blood.
Say what? I don't. You got that. You like I'm saying. You have that black object shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's not a mob mentality.
Well, you don't know the nuances of the situation. That's all I'm saying.
No. What I'm speaking from, and this is you can speak from, a black young man whose father is not engaged in his life. His father who's not tearing down every fucking opportunity and door to be in his kid's life. This is coming from the kid. Fuck with Dwight. Who got an image uphold? Who got an image uphold?
That's why it's fucked
up. Dwight Howard got an image to uphold. The kid don't. So it's more vulnerability on the kid's side to come out and say, yo, I need my dad, Joe. That's what it is. We watched the shit on Ink, on the Black Ink crew, right? The homegirl that's on there.
Yeah.
Her son. He mad as fuck. And I feel him.
And I understood that. Because, yes, she did go out and she started making a name for herself and then all of this, that, and other. And she never reached back. Like, she never...
What's more important?
Tried to mend that relationship between them or find them. You know, like I remember how watching that, and although it was on TV, and I already feel some type of way about reality TV, I don't like the shit.
Right.
I was watching it on Facebook.
Right.
Through like what was happening, and I was following that particular trend of Sky and her kid.
Right. That's some real shit. That's some real shit.
You know, like. When he was expressing himself, it was like, man, you did all of this and that. When you made it, when you had some kind of money, you know, it was like, hey.
Right, I'm famous. Right.
Here I am. You know, like as a kid, you want to know, and it's like, damn, we have to take a step back. I don't know what, like, threshold some people cross, you know, and I be even having to, like, catch myself because, and like, man, how would I think if I was in my kid's shoes about certain things? Now, certain things, I'd be like, nah, fuck that. No, I said what I said. It is what it is. But you do have to put yourself in a position because they are completely innocent in the fact that they don't have all these precursors. They don't have your life experiences to where they should understand why you thought you was doing what was best for them. You understand? Which could have been to give them somebody to raise them up.
You have to adapt to that.
You
expecting the kid to adapt.
Listen,
no, you have to adapt.
Put that expectation on the child.
You have to adapt.
Because they don't know.
Exactly.
They don't know.
So how do you expect
them
to
understand? They were not born with the knowledge that, hey, my parents did what they thought was best for me.
You saying that the kid has to understand that there's certain things that they don't. No, you saying that the kid has to understand that there's certain things that they don't explain. They don't
like understand. You shouldn't have to explain as a parent. I don't have to explain this as a parent to you.
But you do.
Because they don't understand. They don't know.
It's your grandma see now. Like, you gonna be mad at her? You gonna do whatever you need to do to work it out for grandma because she see now because her mind gone. It's the same thing with the kids.
It's the same thing with the kids. The kids were not born with a flashback of what life is and pre-programmed to be growing up with a simultaneous understanding that you have as a parent.
Pause. And I'm gonna get this out and I'm gonna be real. I learned this from my kid's mom. That point that she's going to. She a mama, so she understands it. It takes a long time for men to understand this concept. A woman can't say, I'll see, or let me work on it. She can't say that shit, bro. We get to say that shit, bro. You got to understand how deep that is. When Kaya in your house, you can't say I see you or I find out. You got to get it done, right? Because she in your house. A mama's journey's like that the whole time, bro. From when the baby was in her being baked all the way through, bro. It's a whole nother level. And when I recognized it one day,
I can't feed you, I can't give you clothes, I can't buy you these shoes, I can't.
She can't never say that.
We can't go here, we can't do that.
We go get our hair cut and all that shit. They can't, bro. it's a whole other level. And I got to a certain point as a man, I had to fall back and say, you know what? They got it way worse than us when it comes to that shit. And when I'm doing this e-learning shit right now, I'm really finding out like it's fucking real. I'm losing fucking patience. Like I'm going out of it. But the mamas, they don't run out of it. They break down, you know what I'm saying? They go through their thing, but we got it easy. That's all I'm saying to the point of that. And as a man, if you got multi-millions, bro, and if we making it happen and we ain't got multi-millions, I ain't got no type of sympathy for none of that shit. I'm sorry. At that point,
they be having multi-millions and be multi-millions in debt. Twice the multi-millions that you got coming in.
It is so two-side story.
You never know. You just never know. We only give it pieces of information to like kind of run with.
Exactly. And that's somebody else's business. What I'm just saying was we speaking to as a parent, you gonna bust your ass and do whatever you need to do to make sure your daughter know that you there and you love her. And whenever she need to call on you, that's what the same thing bro should be on. And I think that's always. So moving forward, let's get through this because this episode been going long. NFL, man. Tom motherfucking Brady.
Oh.
He might be a Super Bowl champion and shit.
That nigga cold, bro. I bet it against that nigga. That nigga cold, man.
I mean, I kind of can root for him now because he don't play for New England. I really don't.
You hit the blunt, though. I hit the blunt all the time.
I can't fuck with New England, man.
No, we should.
I think my mama still watching. My mama know I smoke, so it's all good.
No, Tom is in a very, very good situation to win the Super Bowl.
He is.
They're starting to play like the best team in the NFC.
You might do
Green
it.
Bay might give some trouble, but I think that when they beat Green Bay, that was a fluke.
You think it was a fluke?
I think it was a fluke. I think the fact that the game got out of hand like that was a fluke. I'm not saying that the win. The fact that the game, I don't think it's gonna be like that. I think Aaron Rodgers is a good enough quarterback, and I hate to say it because I'm a Bears fan, but Aaron Rodgers is a good enough quarterback to at least keep them in the game, not them get blown out like that. So, and with that being said, that shit can go either way. So, I can't definitively say that they can beat Green Bay when Green Bay's got everybody healthy and with the kind of quarterback Aaron Rodgers is as well. So,
that's true. I think Aaron,
especially coming out the NFC.
Seattle.
Seattle's in that class too. That was a good point. Seattle's in that class too.
Seattle.
But
I think it's going to be a lot of pressure.
Seattle's defense is not nearly what it should be as compared to.
I think it's going to be a lot of pressure on Green Bay and on Tampa Bay. So I think Seattle can slide through. I think Russell Wilson the deal.
He is.
It's going to be even more
pressure. But it's pressure on him too.
No, it ain't. It ain't as much
He
pressure.
about to be the fucking MVP this year.
It ain't. Hold on. It ain't no pressure that's on Drew Brees. That's on Aaron Rodgers. That's on Tom Brady. You know what's more pressure on them?
Age.
Exactly. Father time. Mm-hmm. And I think Russell Wilson is gonna breeze through that shit. Like I think he might do that all this shit, bro.
I mean, Pete Carroll calling plays and shit. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. He might fuck up another Super Bowl. Or Darryl Bevel, whoever. They might fuck up another. They'll find a way. I can't believe.
Oh, let's speak on this though while we here. I tell you all the time, I hate this shit. The NFC having that fucking automatic playoff berth. That's some weak ass shit. Look at the Cowboys. Yeah, the Cowboys in the fucking Washington game. That shit was horrible, bro.
Yeah, that's oh my god.
I hope y'all had y'all proper parlays on this shit.
I didn't. I had the Cowboys beating the Washington football team at least.
I had
for them to get their ass mollywop like that was just goddamn ridiculous.
I ain't have Aaron Donald getting hurt though. I had him having a turnover.
Oh well.
Damn.
I didn't. Yeah.
I have him getting hurt though. But I don't know, man. This week should be good. We're gonna come on Sunday, y'all. We're gonna throw some picks out there before the game, and then motherfuckers can fuck with us and see if they can win some money.
Not Aaron Donald, the redhead, the quarterback from Dallas.
Right. So let's jump through a couple more sports picks before we jump off tonight. NFL. No, we did NFL already.
Talking about.
Nigga, I know, right? I'm speaking. Stan Van Gundy became the Pelicans coach.
I like it because he do good commentary on.
That's why you like him being a coach.
Wait. Okay. He do good commentary on TNT, and he's been watching Pelicans. I've seen him call a couple of Pelicans games, and he's been breaking down how he would use Zion. For everybody to see. So I'm sure pretty sure he gave a detailed plan as to how he could use Zion. Zion and build how he had want the team or try to influence the team to be built around him. I like the hire. Stan's a good coach. Stan's always been a good coach. You know, so you get some talent and you see what he can do. So he can go to the finals with it. So
I don't think that they're good yet.
I'm not saying that they're that good. I'm saying you give him talent, he can go to the finals.
I'm not saying you gotta change your pick.
I'm not. I'm just
right. What I'm saying is that Stan is like more of those like the Rockets. That would have been a good hire for the Rockets because like they almost there. Like Stan, I don't look at him as building up a team. I look at him taking a team off.
Well, he had Miami going good too until
then what happened?
Pat step on in.
So he can only.
There wasn't even no reason for him to get fired. It was crazy.
They won a ship with Pat though.
Pat knew that was a championship team already. He wanted. I think Pat Riley just wanted the. He saw it was ready made, and he just wanted the credit for having the championship as a coach.
Did you watch All the Smoke with Matt Barnes and JJ Redick?
I did see some. I saw some of that.
Did you hear the part where they talked about Stan Van Gundy got in their way for winning the championship?
That's their opinion.
Exactly. And so what I'm saying is that his style of coaching is that he got a style of coaching like his brother do. That's the old school shit. Players coaches is where it's at, bro. And players coaches has been where it's at. You got to adapt to the game. Basketball is no longer a sport where it's like football, where you can dictate to your team what you're going to do. Basketball is the type of sport where you have to listen to your star players and understand what they want to do. And then you go off that because they on the floor and they making shit happen.
I mean, but that's why Doc ain't in LA with the Clippers no more.
Right.
You have to coach them up just a little bit. You got to do something.
You got to let them coach themselves, just like Steve Kerr did. You got to let them niggas coach themselves.
That's why the Clippers sitting there.
Hey, but that just makes natural sense. Only because sports, especially like basketball, when it's like that coordinated and in the moment. You know what I mean? You making on-the-spot decisions that ultimately determine the path that this team is going to go on.
Can I give you a situation real quick and you can answer it for me?
Yeah.
You do hair, right?
I do.
Imagine you have a manager come in, right? And she coming in to manage the whole shop. But you, the all-star hair stylist, are you going to have her dictate to you or you want her to just fuck with you and listen to what you got to say?
I don't know. You can't dictate to me.
You work with me, right? Like, look, I know how to do. I know what I'm doing. Just fuck with me.
I'm doing. You know,
and
like
and
if you want to make some money, this is what you need to do. Like that's what it comes down to.
And why can you say that?
Yeah, because that's how I make my money.
And
you know, like at the end of the day,
that's a LeBron James.
I'm funding the shop. You know what I'm saying?
That's a James Harden.
Like I'm paying the bill.
So I'm just here to get all the other motherfuckers in order, and me and you on the same page. Because this the all-star. This motherfucker know what they doing. So look, I need you to rub some of that shit off on the rest of these other motherfuckers and help me keep the rest of these motherfuckers in order. That's the NBA coach nowadays.
But I'm hearing you, but we've seen it's instances where coaches are afraid to coach their star players when they clearly need to be coached.
Tyronn Lue ain't. Jason Kidd ain't.
Coach how? In particular,
check them niggas when they
put them in positions with and put them in positions to
because I mean I get the ego
that makes the game easier for them.
He talking about walking to LeBron James and like, LeBron, I need you to pass the ball in this play. Listen to me. He talking about that shit. LeBron was like, oh, should I listen to this coach or not? It depends on what this coach does.
Hey, if he passed the ball and the man make it, then yeah, you should listen to it.
Well, even just the point of listening.
My thing is good coaching. Good coaching can take the thinking out of the game. You got to play the game fast.
But no.
Look, if you tell an athlete, hey, I need you to do this. This is your job. This is all you have to do. They know to go and do that job and be cool.
You don't do that with a
decision-making athletes. You have supporting athletes and you have decision-making athletes.
I understand that. Even decision-making athletes need to be coached up a little bit down.
Right. But
if that's the damn case, then what do you need coaches for? True. Right. But what do you need coaches for if that's the case?
Jordan need a coach.
Jordan needed a coach.
What did he need a coach for?
To win a ship. To harness what he had. To harness what he had.
Specifically,
to play in a way to get a
championship. Specifically, what did his coach have to teach him or have to get him to do to win the championship? The Last Dance drew all this out for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they have to give him trust teammates.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Something specific.
And respect him.
Hold on. Something specific, right? A coach need to do that. So, like for a certain player along the way, did Frank Vogel do that for LeBron James this year?
I should say that.
He did. They got it done. He did. That's all it's about. It's about getting it done, and at the end result saying that you got it done, and then you did.
Yeah, but LeBron James trusts his teammates anyway.
Exactly. But did Frank Vogel get in the way?
No, I mean, why would you have to get in the way of that?
Exactly.
But you got some people that probably do.
Exactly. They would want to coach harder and get their point across instead of letting LeBron James and them do what the fuck what they wanted to do, which is what they did. The niggas did not follow no fake. Frank Vogel was not out there coaching them on no Greg Popovich shit. Stop it. He was not. He was on some Tyronn Lue shit. Oh, that's what y'all want to do? All right, cool. That's all right. Let me sub in the right niggas for y'all. That's what he was doing, nigga. Like, be real. And that's what I mean, like, in the management position in the shop. You doing your thing. You got your clients. You juking. You know what you're doing. She there to make sure the shop making money, right? She makes sure the shop win. Don't get in my motherfucking way. I'm a motherfucking superstar. I make this shit crack. I got so many motherfuckers coming in to see me that I'm giving these other motherfuckers people, right? That I can't get to these motherfuckers. So I'm saying, look, go to my homegirl. They're like, okay, I can't get to you, mama.
And that's like a traditional view of shops because you have some shops that do work off commission. My shop that I work in is not one of them. Mm-hmm. I pay movement. Like there's ain't no bosses, ain't no managers, ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? I pay for a certain luxury for myself and my clients. So ultimately, yes, what I do in that shop, even if she do hire a manager to come in there and make sure, okay, yeah, you can take marketing of the movement. Now,
right.
What'll happen is if somebody in there and I can't get to somebody now, you have an opportunity. It was the chick that was just in the shop show. Hey, you want to assist?
But who the reason why the shop booming?
Come on now.
Exactly. And that's the LeBron James and the Kobe. And so being real, that's the motherfucker that you gonna fuck with. Because that's the nigga that's bringing in the bread. That's the motherfucker. So everything else gonna have to assist with this. Just like Jerry Reinsdorf did. Look, Jordan, what you want, 35 million? Huh.
You know damn well it wasn't like that.
Oh, and how
it was.
I did not know it was like that between the discrepancy once Pippen proved his worth to the team. How they did him?
He get $4.5 million.
But he signed
but having him, it don't matter. At the certain point, like
take care of him.
Man, that 4.5, whatever it is that they offered him would have been enough to walk away and get way more with any other team.
What you just say? What he could have did?
Walked away.
And got way more for another team. That would have been on Pippen. So that's why I don't even trip on it, because that was Pippen.
Now that was just that was the business side, because y'all know I just do here. That's a
he could have asked for a trade. He could have said, I'm not playing, just like he said he wasn't playing with his back.
I'm a business major, baby.
I want to go to New York.
It is what it is.
Send me to the Knicks.
Send me somewhere. That's what they was finna do.
The Knicks would have paid that
more money.
The Knicks would have paid him that money.
Nah, Pippen did what he supposed to do.
He was loyal.
I don't blame him.
He was loyal.
I'm happy he did.
I'm happy he did too, because they created a real standard.
Let's keep it.
People ain't really achieved yet.
We got three more things to hit before we get up out of here. Doc Rivers coming in with Daryl Morey. Man, you was talking about this. You was feeling that they play Elton Brand.
I think they played Elton Brand because just the simple fact why he couldn't be elevated to that position. Understandably, he did make a couple of bonehead moves like that.
But this is Daryl Morey though.
I understand it's a Daryl Morey, but
right. This is Daryl Morey.
John Paxson didn't have no president GM experience before he got elevated. I don't want to hear about the Jewish argument though. I want to hear what I'm saying.
I didn't say the Jewish argument.
I know because that's what we saw about yesterday.
Hold on, Daryl Morey is proven.
I hear what you're saying. John Paxson wasn't. He got elevated.
Hold on, no. Daryl Morey or Elton Brand is the conversation. It's not John Paxson. It's Daryl Morey.
What I'm saying is we want more black people in elevated positions in the NBA. Why not elevate the people that's already right there to be elevated?
He was already in position. They brought somebody in for a position that was over him. That position that was
over elevate him.
No. The position that was over him was vacant, and that was always the case. They didn't just create this new position.
I'm not saying that, but I just thought he should have got folks crack at it, at least elevate.
Why? He didn't do a good job at his job.
You know, he got all the players up in there. He had Al Horford. Al Horford signed was down.
No,
you still got business. You still got business.
Kevin, what was his best sign?
Jimmy.
No. What was Elton Brand's best sign?
Jimmy. When he traded for Jimmy, I guess you could say Tobias Harris. But
no, his best signing was Al Horford.
No. I'm not.
His biggest move he did was Al Horford, nigga.
No, he got Tobias that money.
No, before that, his biggest move was Al Horford. Tobias Harris.
I'm not. Why is you sitting here trying to poke holes in? Why is he qualified as if? But this other person is.
No.
Come on, bro. We'll never get nowhere if you're thinking like that.
No. You want me to jump on your side, and I'm telling you that what you're talking about doesn't have a valid argument because he has bonehead decisions in his past.
There are other GMs that have had bonehead decisions and have been elevated to positions of basketball president of basketball operations.
That doesn't.
Why can't it happen to him?
No, because you expecting. How do you expect a double entendre on dumb shit?
Oh my God.
That's a double entendre. You saying, okay, these niggas sucked before, and these niggas kept them. So since these niggas did that dumb shit, y'all should do the same dumb shit.
Equality, baby.
No. You saying equality about dumb shit, and that doesn't make sense. Now, if you got a situation where somebody is qualified versus somebody who's not qualified.
I'm saying, bro, man, I'm so sick of motherfuckers sitting there saying that we need to elevate, but then when it comes to the part where the elevation should be made, you want to give an excuse as to why he was more qualified than other brand. I understand what you're saying, bro.
Wrong conversation because Daryl Morey is one of the best GMs, director of the basketball. He's one of the best niggas in basketball, period.
Okay.
Period. The Sixers been reached out to him before they reached out to Elton Brand, but he wasn't available.
I understand.
So when they couldn't get
bro,
him,
you're still missing the point.
I'm not missing the point. So when they couldn't get Daryl Morey at first, they brought Elton Brand in a position where if they could get Daryl Morey at a later position, they could appoint him over him. They just followed on in pursuit of what they was doing. There's nothing racist about that. In that situation,
I didn't even say it was racist. All I was saying was, why couldn't he be elevated when we
didn't need to?
Before we seen it happen before.
Kelvin, did he do a good job last year in his position?
He got what was. It wasn't nobody out there actually.
Did he do it?
So that's why he said Al Horford weak ass.
Should have signed him at all?
Who else was he gonna get? The Bulls got Carlos Boozer. He should have got his ass.
Time out. Did Boston sign anybody? No. They waited. They traded.
There was no one to sign.
Right. Exactly. So they held their suit and they saved their money. You didn't got to spend that money, and you didn't have to overpay for Al Horford. Could they? Hold on. Time out. Even could they pay for Jimmy instead of Al Horford?
I'm sure they tried to pay for Jimmy. Don't do that. No, they tried to pay for Jimmy.
They didn't dare try to pay for Jimmy. Jimmy said he went where he was wanted, and that's where he went. They signed Tobias Harris and they signed Al Horford.
Stop it, bro. You're not going to sit there and tell me they didn't want Jimmy, but they wanted
Al Horford. They gave Tobias Harris money. They could have gave money to Jimmy.
Jimmy didn't want to stay there.
No, because they didn't want to make Jimmy the man.
They didn't want to make Jimmy the man.
But they gave Al Horford more money than they gave Embiid and Simmons together, combined.
They tried to pay Jimmy, bro.
No, they didn't.
Jimmy did not want to be there. No. He didn't want to play because he was talking about the lack of accountability in the organization.
It wasn't that, bro. That wasn't the reason why he left Philly. Philly did not match the money Miami gave, bro. They did a signing trade, Kelvin. They did a signing trade.
He didn't want to be there. He didn't even try.
Because they didn't come at him with the max money like Miami did. They didn't want to make him their man like that. But they gave all that money to Tobias Harris. That same amount of money that Jimmy got, look at the contract between Jimmy and Tobias Harris. Jimmy ain't making more money than Tobias Harris. So I get you. If Tobias Harris was making less money than Jimmy, then I understand what you were saying. But Jimmy is making less money than Tobias Harris. So they paid Tobias Harris more than they paid Jimmy.
Which that went to Tobias Harris after Jimmy was gone.
Right. They could have gave that money to Jimmy before they even gave it to Tobias Harris.
After Jimmy had left, who else was going to get the money
to? No. They had the option on Jimmy first, bro. They had more of the dibs on Jimmy. Jimmy wasn't about to live.
Jimmy did not want to be there. I'm sure they were going to pay him. That's what I'm saying.
Right, because they wasn't going to pay him.
He didn't want to be there.
Because they wasn't going to pay him. They didn't jump out in front like how Miami jumped out in front and said, we going to pay you.
That's not how it happened.
It is how it happened. He went where they was wanted. He would have stayed there because they had better chances of winning there. Come on, bro.
He didn't want to stay there. Because otherwise, they would have worked shit out.
Because they didn't want him, bro. That's why he didn't want to stay there. And y'all just trying to make it back on Jimmy. Jimmy's been proved to y'all, nigga. I'm the deal, nigga. Y'all should have fucked with me.
God, here we go again.
He done proved it.
Damn. You want a fucking cookie? Yeah, Jimmy. Yay. Fuck. What's the next goddamn topic?
Next topic is The trade. So like with Daryl Morey doing that, should they trade James Harden? Anybody get moved?
I think you got to trade Russ.
Where Russ going? I say New York.
To be determined, but you got to trade. You can't have both of them playing together.
Why?
I mean, I like both of them. I mean, okay. I like both of them playing together, but they're not going to win playing.
You just need to stretch big.
The way that team set up, there is no big on them.
You just need to stretch.
You need to stretch big.
You need to trade for it.
But
PJ Tucker and Covington can give you that stretch big.
But you still need. I need consistent 25 to 27 points a night from Russ. I can't have him taking nights off. I can't. No, that shit happened. That shit cannot happen.
That's after COVID, bro.
That's after COVID.
That nigga got COVID.
Everybody got a goddamn excuse.
The nigga had COVID. Stop learning how to play this shit.
That's a great excuse.
Right. The nigga had COVID.
Because you gotta understand, I really feel like the way sports is, I don't know, like it's cool, but I see what it is. You know, like, yeah, you want to be able to do it and have fun or whatever. Who don't want to be the best? It's just so
simply the best.
You got money in play. You got so much shit.
Why not be able to get your money, you know, sit back, chill, you know, and it still be something that you do for fun. Like, who the fuck wants to do this shit? Like, if I'm gonna just keep throwing myself into, you know,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like,
I can understand why some motherfuckers get on and be like, fuck it, just give me my money.
Give me the money.
Fuck this shit. I can understand. It's entertainment at a certain point.
Come on,
and you know exactly what you're being used for.
I wouldn't be mad.
Exactly.
I wouldn't be mad at The Rock and them for faking that shit. It's The Rock. You know what I'm saying?
Now he making movies. He's sipping lattes, and you know,
mimosas and all type of shit.
Sidebar: did you see Obama and LeBron got an interview coming out?
Nah, I didn't know about that.
I think LeBron's trying to position himself later on in life. I think LeBron gonna try to get into politics when he get older. He keeping himself clean. He doing all these donations type shit as he living and shit.
Yeah, he might be.
He don't have no type of shit where he like nothing like smoking weed or drinking anything.
Incriminating.
Like nothing at all.
But this is okay. So just to double back on Obama, I mentioned tipped on it earlier. Same thing with him when we was talking about vetting. What can you say that this man had now, like in comparison to Trump? Why you want to sit up here in the presidential debate talking about some of the reason why you ran was because Obama won. Obama became president. You know.
I knew what that was about.
Right, but I'm just saying this man hadn't had any real blemishes like come up to say, oh, you're unfit. Mm-hmm. You know. Same thing now. You mentioned LeBron. Okay, I can see it. Mm-hmm. You know, it don't always have to be like people fall in love with, you know, a non-traditional, like real grassroots story, you know. And that's what Obama had. He still had, you know, like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to judge a man just to be able to go up and stand on that platform and be brave as hell. Because I ain't gonna lie, I was praying for him.
He was black too.
I was praying for his safety. I was praying for his first black man.
He did that. Right. You know what I'm saying? But they think that we supposed to just be happy with just that happening, and that's not the issue.
That was like giving. What's her name? Halle Berry, the Academy Award for Monsters Ball.
Checked it off the list.
But for Monsters Ball.
Monsters
Ball.
Right. That you picked that movie of all to give up.
Movies. That's what I'm saying. Like it's the same. Like it's the same feeling. Like it's a passive. Like we just gonna pacify you.
Black Panther.
Yeah. Last thing, it was the Rockets head coach.
Oh yeah, pretty cool dude. Paul Silas' son. Paul Silas' son. Yeah.
Silas.
Yeah, pretty cool dude. He's been 19 years being assistant coach. I think it's time. He's been in the league for 20 years.
The player signed off of it. So it is what it is.
Hey, young dude. He cool.
Hey.
You know, look good.
It's good to see.
Let's see what he can do.
It's good to see. And I'm pretty sure the NBA thought about that too. Like, he was a black hire. Black coach, what they was talking about. And then he's a second generation coach. Black coach.
Yeah.
So that's even hardcore too. So. Well, y'all, we signing off. Hillary stopped in tonight with us and dropped in some knowledge for y'all.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate it. We want y'all to tune in 2 more. But you got anything else you want to say before we get out of here, bro? Let me get a little tips.
Stay safe, stay smooth. Vote your interests.
Vote
Where
your
is our
interest,
bag at?
For sure. We see y'all next week. Peace out.